welterweight champion of the world.
What's up, my guy?
What's poppin'?
It's cracking, cuz.
Nothing, man. Just talk with Benavidez Senior for a
Yeah,
second.
good guy. I like him. That's my guy.
Yeah, man. I didn't realize his background was so crazy. He grew up eating dirt and fucked up shit in Mexico. He had to really work.
You'd be surprised at a lot of these backgrounds with a lot of fighters and people, man. This is crazy. This is different. You know what I
Word,
mean?
right? Man, crazy. Who'd you have winning that fight?
Who?
Plant and Benavidez before it happened. Who'd you have?
Benavidez. I said it the whole time.
Me too, but so many people thought that I didn't really get it. So many people were predicting Plant.
Because the way Canelo came back and the way he knocked out Darrell, that was very impressive. And just the newfound energy and the newfound face of boxing. You know what I'm saying? He had that look that people thought that if he get by Benavidez, he could be that guy. But, you know, I think he's a great fighter. He's a very tough competitor. Being tough and having skills is two different things.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, and I think Benavidez is a bigger guy, strong, fast, hit hard, you know, come forward.
Who?
Say.
I don't think anybody fucks with him at 68.
No, I think him and Canelo is a showdown. That's a showdown. That's
Who you got?
Showdown. I don't know in that fight. You know, I like Benavidez because he's big and strong, but Canelo has made me a believer because Canelo chop motherfuckers up. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hear you. Like, that's a good boxing fight. That's a fight that you say, hey, baby, book the flights, get the hotel, let's go. We going to that. You know what I'm saying? That's one of those, find out about the tickets, let's get them because we going. You know what I mean? That's one of them kind of fights, you know?
I would have to lean towards Benavidez. I think he's one of those 1 in a million dudes.
Yeah, 100%. Strong, powerful.
And he has some movement. People don't give him props for the movement, the defensive movement. He wasn't just standing there letting this dude, and this dude could box.
The WBC should make like the #1 Mexican belt. Right? They should like that because that's the biggest. Those are the two biggest Mexican stars.
Right. Well, Monty Barrett, what up? Yeah, man. I mean, I hope they fight, but Canelo's trying to use that, I'm not fighting any Mexicans thing.
Good honor.
Yeah,
he has morals. Okay.
That's like when you were coming up being like, all right, from now on I'm fighting nobody from Brooklyn anymore. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. That could have been something I could have did. Yeah.
People would be like, what?
I only fought one person from Brooklyn.
Paulie. That's it. Did you ever fight any other New Yorkers?
No.
I don't think so, right?
Nah, I ain't fighting no New Yorkers. Anybody that was from New York around my era, no, they wasn't fighting. We not fighting him. You stupid.
Mm.
Like, they knew I can't fight. I can't listen, man. I was in destructive mode, and that was it. I wasn't,
I heard stories about you sparring. You were like a maniac.
I was different. I'm a different man than I am today sitting here.
Well,
I can say that.
I'm gonna bring my man Hasim in here if he wants to join. Yeah, you were, man. I heard Jeremy was like that when he sparred. He was like you.
Jeremy was a monster. Jeremy, he's knocking you out in 30 seconds.
Crazy.
Because I come from the school of, if you're not supposed to be in the ring with me, you're not gonna be in the ring with me. That's it.
So you never really work with people. You didn't work with anybody when you got in there. You would just go.
What's work? Work is fighting. We fighting. Listen, when we go into this, what we do, we fight when we get to fight, right? So I'm gonna use this time to practice real fighting. I want you to do the real shit too, because I'm gonna do the real shit. And then half the time when the guy find out that you really come here, okay, oh yeah, you wanna, yes, that's what I've been asking you to work with me. Come on, this how I work. You know what I mean? So, and then after we get out, we might even go get something to eat. In Gleason's gym in New York City, I beat a lot of guys up. Left there, went right to the pizza shop. We got some pizza, If they was cool like that, they came back to the crib and we chopped it up later on or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
So when you were working with Pernell and you're 17 years old, was Pernell going hard on you?
Pernell, yes. I thought in the beginning, Pernell made us. Now see, Pernell's a defensive fighter, so he don't fuck around with getting hit. So if you getting hit, he'll get he know he fast, but he like you didn't even attempt to almost get out the way. Like you didn't So he believed in go hard. He always told me if somebody not supposed to be in there with you, don't leave him in there. Bust his ass up, get him up out of there.
So he wasn't in teacher mode at all when you sparred you. Damn.
I mean, yeah, later on, but in the beginning, no. It wasn't teacher. She didn't even know me.
Right. Yeah.
First time I fought, he forgot like he didn't even know me. He punched the shit out of me.
Fuck you up. You were what on? You told me the story, but I forgot. You were in the Olympic, trying to go for the Olympic team.
Golden gloves coming out of the gloves. Lou Duva and Ronnie. Lou Duva discovered me and the Golden Gloves, and him and Shelly Finkel got me, and they sent me down to Virginia Beach, Florida. I mean Virginia Beach, Virginia, and I was sparring with Pernell Whitaker.
Damn.
I was a kid.
And I heard that Pernell would throw vicious body shots more so than headshots.
He was an excellent body puncher. Excellent.
Damn.
It wasn't so much the person. That's just how he worked. That's just how he was. That's what he did. You know what I'm saying? So, per se, it wasn't me in there. Per se, anybody. There was no color barrier or person barrier. He didn't care. That's just how he was. You know what I mean?
You ever move around with Vernon Forrest?
Yeah, a lot of times. It's my brother right there.
Right.
I used to be roommates in West Palm Beach, Florida. Me and Vernon was roommates for like 5 months. Like no joke. That's my guy right there.
Yeah, somebody told me. I mean, he was one of the greatest. It's sad that his potential was obviously never reached. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, if you ever got around Vernon or you had a chance to spar with him or fight him, you knew who he was. You fucked that. You didn't even forget him. He was cold. He had long ass arms and he knew how to use his reach and he could crack. He was with the bullshit. He was like, "What's up?" He was trying to knock motherfuckers out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you say was? It's kind of hard to say, but the best guy that you ever sparred against?
Sparring?
Yeah, not fighting, sparring. Like,
wow, I sparred so many.
I know.
That's very hard to say. I sparred so many people, bro. Like my era of people, of fighters, I think I boxed everybody. Damn. With the exception of Sugar Ray Leonard. I boxed everybody.
You ever get in there with, he's a lot lighter than you, but Kevin Kelly?
Yes.
Yeah?
I got Kevin Kelly ready for the Prince Naseem fight.
Really? Because you're southpaw, right? That fight, were you at that fight? You were at that fight, right?
I was there.
I was at that fight, too, and I tell people the energy. Do you remember how many Brits were in the audience?
Huh?
Do you remember how many British people were in that audience at that fight?
Oh, the Prince, I mean, people skip over the Prince because he's British, he's European. But he was different, bro.
I know.
He brung entertainment to boxing.
Lighter weights.
And then when he discovered his first loss, he just said, "All right, I'm done with it. It's over." It was not, people didn't know, but you know, boxing was a hobby to him. And so his family went along with it until his first loss. When he discovered his first loss, his family said, "No, that's it. It's over. Done." And look, he never came back. That was it. Done.
Damn. Yeah. I mean, he was gonna come back, and then do you remember he hit somebody with his car because he was going real fast.
Came back. Just know that. After he lost, he never came back again.
You ever move around with him?
Prince Naseem? No. I didn't box Prince either, because he was European.
He was the first guy to bring a lot of money to those lighter weights too, right?
He was the first guy to ever show me a black card. I didn't know what the fuck a black card was, and he showed me a black card. There was champ.
What up, champ?
It was good.
What's popping?
That's another one. He was in camp with us. He was
I was in West Palm.
He was in West Palm. He was causing mad hysteria.
Was Zab, you tried to leave me?
No.
I felt like Hey, Marco, hey, that boy runs like a deer, man.
Who? Plant?
Zab was in that young Zab.
Oh.
Was in 97, 98, 99. Man, nobody was messing with that little. That's when he was hungry. That's when he was hungry, man. I'm telling you, man. That Mickey Ward Zab, you know, that ate them body shots and fought, went on to win the title, coming out with shine. That Zab Judah can't nobody beat. You know, Zab. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, Zab let that money and that party and get to him. But if that Zab would have stayed that Zab, undefeated, nobody would have touched him.
I put Zab
hard working. He wanted something to prove because, you know, on the low, main events was putting like Vargas and everybody, they prioritized them. And Zab knew he was the real big dog in the camp. You know, but he wasn't, they was giving him love. But he wasn't the favorite, you know.
I got Zab.
That was my little brother, man.
Right.
He worked like, he worked like nobody ran like him, man. Shorty was the hardest worker down there, man. The only bad thing he did down there was he took a loss because him and Winky, they took this little fighter to go fight and he got his ass whipped. So that's the L on both of their records.
I got Zab in my top 10 fastest hands of all time list. I got you.
I'm telling you how he was, man. If Zab would have just had that work ethic that he had there and kept it, right? I promise you, nobody, you wouldn't be talking about certain people in the game. You'd be talking about Super Judah.
You know
what I'm saying?
Isn't it hard, though, to maintain a work as a fighter? Isn't that the hard thing, to maintain that level of intensity your whole career?
You know what? It's hard when you're doing it, right? Because, like, for me, right, if I'd had an OG to really tell me and show me things like okay, well, this how you do it, right? Then we would have known. But I'm saying we really was like the first champions out of our generation and really didn't know like that. You know what I'm saying? So like I tell my son now, I got a 16-year-old. Man, shoot.
That boy can fight. That boy can fight. That boy, you're talking about your young son. Woo.
Man, listen.
Peace.
So my advice to him is I tell him every day, live your future self now, right? And what I mean by that is, you want to be the champ, act like you're the champ right now. Live it into existence, right? You watch who you around, watch what you do. Conduct yourself like a champion today. So when you realize your potential, it's an easy transition. You right there. You've been doing it all along. You ain't got to worry about these friends who want you to do this and want you to do that. Everything is everything. You live your life like you what you want to be. You know what I'm saying? If my kids can get like Zab was in that 96, 97, 98, if they can be half of what he was then, I ain't worried about nothing. They got it. I'm telling you, that Zab was so special, man.
Yeah.
That Zab was special.
I remember Zab. You ever think about training?
Huh?
Yeah. I got a gym in Woodland Hills.
Oh, right. But I don't know if you were training actual pros.
Yeah. I got fighters. I go in there and work with them. Yeah.
They call you Abba? You the new Abba.
Super Abba.
Super Abba. You Super Abba.
Super Abba.
Hasim, what'd you think of the Plant Benavidez fight?
I mean, I know you're not gonna like my answer, but I'm gonna just tell you like this. What I've learned from fighters, right? Fighters are really more or less like girls. And no matter what you say about them, right? Like if I give you my opinion on fighters, if I tell you I like A or B, then B gonna get mad or A gonna get mad. Like they act like girls, man. Like it's hard for me to really give my opinion on fight, and I really don't want to slap the shit out of nobody. So I just want to really just start leaving my opinions to myself because these guys are super sensitive, man, like women. So like, if you ever want to know something about me, it's got to be offline. You know how me and you talk. I just tell you that. But for real, when you put stuff out there, they can't take it. They can't take it. And I'm saying, it's like, if my man Zab fighting somebody else I'm cool with, and I genuinely believe Zab gonna win, and I say Zab gonna win, then the opponent will get offended. Like I'm giving you my opinion.
Right.
That's it. It ain't personal.
But I mean,
but all these
know,
fighters take everything super personal, man. And I don't want to slap the shit out of none of them.
Do you know either of those guys personally?
Do I know why? Do I know what?
Do you know Plant or Benavidez personally?
I know both of them.
Oh, you do? Okay. That makes sense. All right. I mean, but, the fight happened. What happened, happened. So I guess you're not going to tell us who you thought was going to win either.
Yeah,
beforehand.
I mean, I just think that, Benavidez fought a good fight. And, he won the fight. It wasn't nothing to really, it wasn't no confusion in it. It was a clear-cut victory.
I know you'll give me your opinion on your hometown boy, Tank versus Ryan. I know I'll hear this opinion.
I mean, I'm trying to stay away from giving away opinions on fights, right? Because I really think the fighters need to man up, right? And I don't think they on man time. I really don't think these fighters on man time, man. And I'm saying, for people to give their opinions, like I had fights where everybody in the world thought I was gonna lose. Everybody picked against me. I don't hold it. I don't care what you think. You know what I'm saying? It's up to me to go in there and prove you wrong. You can think what you want to think.
Fusing my fire.
But people, like, I don't know what it is about. I don't know if it's this generation or if it's my generation or whatever. But, man, they way too sensitive, man. They feel like it's a shot against them or I'm attacking them if I pick A or B. So, for me, I feel like it's best for all parties, and I ain't got to slap the shit out of none of these fighters, right? Because they'll take a personal attack, which I'm really not going to go for because I picked against them. And so for me, I'm just looking out, you know how if you see yourself in a situation or potentially going to be in a situation, you just remove yourself from the situation.
Right. This is what happened
that's the prudent thing for me to do, because if I give you my opinion on something and you attack me personally, it's going to be issues.
Right.
And I'm coming where you at.
This is what happened with Barkley and Jordan. That's what ruined their friendship.
Exactly what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying. But I mean, it ain't even, I don't even have to be friends with the guys. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like with the invention of social media, and somebody says, well, Rock picked against you, and you say something slick about your mouth, about me personally, because I picked against you, now we got an issue because you coming at me not about what I'm doing, you coming at me about my opinion, which I'm entitled to, and I just feel like, now you out of order because you made it personal. I just gave you my opinion on something you was doing that you doing in front of a global scale. So if I give you my opinion, then how am I wrong?
I just feel like as fighters, like, you go into a boxing gym and when we all talk, like, it's some of the most honest shit you hear, right? We don't hold back. We say what we feel. So it's weird that people would start getting sensitive.
But they are. They are. They do. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like for me, I know how I'm gonna go once you make it personal. Once you make it, we're gonna keep it personal for life.
I go through the same shit. I make an opinion about two fighters. The other one get mad. Like, damn, Zab, how you gonna?
That's what I'm saying. That's what
I ain't going.
I'm tired of that.
I feel. But I believe.
Yeah. I don't see Zab. I don't want to get there. When they say, well, Zab picked against you or Rock picked against you. You know what I'm saying? Now you get slick out your mouth trying to show off for the cameras, not knowing. Now you take it personal. Now if you make it personal, I'm gonna keep it personal. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to say something about something I do that I'm doing in front of millions of people, then you can say that. I don't have no problem with that. But now when you make it personal, if you attack me personally, now we got issues.
That happened to you recently? Sounds
It
like.
didn't happen to me, but I'm just saying. I just see how fighters are, and I see how when people give their opinions, how people get upset. It's their opinion. It's like watching the Lakers and the Bulls play, right? Fighters are like franchise. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I say something about the Lakers or the Bulls, that don't mean I hate them personally. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, just guys got to know that Super Judah, the fighter, is not Zab Judah, the person. They're two different entities.
So how about this, Zab? Who you got? Tank or Garcia?
Great fight. Two good competitors, but I like Tank.
Yeah,
I got Tank.
I don't think it's. Yeah, I think that's kind of. I think Tank should be highly favored, right?
I think Garcia is a little bit over his head right now.
That's what I'm saying.
He's nobody up until this point. Garcia has never fought nobody to the level of competition as Tank.
No,
he's never seen that.
No,
he's never seen nobody like what Tank is gonna bring to him. He's never. I don't care who you got in sparring. You can have heavyweights. You can spar with George Foreman. It don't matter. When you get in the ring and the fight and the lights come on, that's a whole different night. It's a whole different night. So, you know, I just think it was a little bit, to me, premature of Ryan Garcia to fight Tank.
It is, yet it's sold out in like 2 minutes. It's one of the biggest fights. And
I think watch. It's something to watch. But I don't think that it's favorable for Ryan Garcia. No, I don't think so.
Well, you know, Ryan Garcia got an equalizer. He got a big left hook, right? So no matter what you say, now I'm going to just tell you, the general consensus is this. Tank's going to win the fight, but Ryan got a chance to land that left hook. And
stop him. Yeah, he can.
Right. So that's what makes the fight intriguing. Can Ryan land that equalizer?
Will it even do any damage, though? Because Tank could take a punch.
Well, I mean, Ryan is known as he got devastating left hook. So you know, people are intrigued by. First of all, a lot of people like the underdog, right? That's number one. Number two is if he does land that shot and do some damage, now we got to fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just like, oh, it's a foregone conclusion that Tank will just go in there and wipe him out, because, you know, in some fights, Tank has been, you know, falling behind and been outboxed from round to round here and there. So people looking at it like, well, if this guy can do it, and Ryan has this blazing left hook, then he should have a shot. And that's all people want to do is see somebody with a shot. You know, if you got a shot, then it's entertaining.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess we'll see. I think I would have to lean heavily towards Tank, because Tank's resume is also.
I think that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think that's a no-brainer, but it's been no-brainers have been turned into brainers after the fight.
Sure.
You know? So you know, like the odds really don't mean. I'm living proof the odds don't mean shit.
Don't mean shit.
Right.
And no matter what, Ryan Garcia is gonna come and bring it.
And he does have a chance in the fight.
He's gonna bring it.
He's gonna.
No matter what, you can make him 100-1 underdog. That don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
You until both participants get in there and land that level, then that's the only thing that counts. And if Ryan does win the fight, then what? Then what? I mean, he got a chance. The boy know how to fight.
He does.
So it ain't like it's like a foregone Tank just going to hit him with one shot and the fight going to be over.
A lot of people think he's just like a YouTuber because he's so popular online, but he's a real fighter.
But the kid can fight, though. He can really fight.
He has an amateur background, everything.
He can fight. So it's a real fight. It's a real fight. And I think it should be entertaining while it lasts. You know, I think that it should be a good fight. I'm going to be there. I know Zab will be there. So, you know, you're not going to be there?
I'm getting the NAACP award the same night.
Oh, wow.
Shit. When is it? Where is it?
22nd in Louisiana.
Oh, and then the fight's in Vegas.
Yeah.
Fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. What I'm upset that Usyk and Fury doesn't look like it's happening because I was excited to see
Well,
that.
you know why that ain't
I
happening?
don't. No.
Well,
Oh. What happened? Cat got your
man,
son?
I just think, I mean,
Spit it out.
from everything that's going on, I just think Fury don't want that fight.
Why though? You think he's nervous to fight Usyk?
I think what?
You think he's scared, or you think
I would never say somebody who went there and beat Deontay Wilder 3 times is scared.
So why wouldn't he?
But I mean, you don't have to be scared to lose or to think somebody can beat you. You really don't have to be scared. I wouldn't use that word, but I just don't think he's sure of himself that he can beat Usyk. I think everything that Tyson Fury used to doing to heavyweights, like out hustling them and out maneuvering them and all that kind of stuff he do, Usyk does that better. Do I think Usyk hit harder? No. Do I think Usyk can take Fury shots? Yes. Do I think Usyk can outbox him? You know what I'm saying? Like, Usyk will out-Tyson Fury.
But what does Usyk do when Fury's leaning all 300?
He's not going to lean on him.
No?
He's not going to allow himself to be leaned on.
What you think, Zab?
Huh?
What you think?
I mean, I would never say the man is scared to fight. I don't know why he don't want to take the fight right now. I haven't been heavily tapped in with it, but I don't know.
Offered him. The man wanted 50-50. The man said 70-30. The man took the 70-30. Took the 70-30 and said, Usyk took the 70-30 and said, okay, in the rematch, the winner gets the 70%, which is fair in my book and anybody's book, I think. If you really want to fight, and I'm going to take 70-30, I got all 3 belts, right? So I got 3 belts, 3 of the 4 belts. And I'm coming in and saying, I'll take 30% of a fight, but after I beat you, then you take 30.
When you fought Lennox, did they try and pull some shit like that on you the first time?
I mean, the first time he was the champion, so I mean, whatever I accepted, I accepted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's apples and oranges because you got 2 champions and 1 unified champ. We got all 3 belts. So it ain't. It's like for me, I was chosen. I'm getting a title shot. So I really on everything. I really got to be satisfied in whatever I get. I'm getting the opportunity. The opportunity meant more to me than the money. But the opportunity really on this particular situation, really, it can really make Tyson Fury one of the all-time greats. You know what I'm saying? Undisputed. You get all the belts, and you plan about some money.
Yeah.
I mean, what? No. Imagine him fighting back in the day, like 6'9". Like, you ever think about that? What would you do with somebody that height? How would you approach that?
Well, I mean, you just got to – I've seen Fury fight, and he looked devastating sometimes, and I've seen him fight where he did not look that impressive. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've seen the cruiserweight, Steve Cunningham, drop him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think back in my era, I really don't think if you letting cruiserweights drop you, you don't get to the title shot. Cause we had a bunch of dogs.
Bullets.
Right.
Do you even get to a title shot?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I'm just saying, I don't know either.
I feel like
I don't know either.
Because I remember, when you just started fighting, you were like big. You were one of the biggest, stature. You were a big heavyweight then, and look how much it's evolved since then.
Yeah, you're right. There's only a couple bigger guys like, a Bo and a Lewis.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They was the biggest.
Right.
But just on a regular scale, I'm one of the biggest, strongest heavyweights.
Right.
So 6'9", I think 6'9", and I think Fury do got something in his arsenal that he ain't been using lately. The man can fight southpaw. He did for a whole fight southpaw. So Fury would be, I think, in any era, I think he could be a problem. He could be
I do too.
a problem in any era.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the man, I mean, he was knocked out cold and got up and fought back against Deontay Wilder. So his heart,
back.
huh?
I said he was gone.
Yeah. I think if the referee would have just waved it off, nobody would have had nothing to say.
No, you're absolutely right. Nah, he was out. But, you know,
clearly he got up and finished the fight. So, you know, I think Fury could have been a problem in any era. You know, I just don't see why, if you got a chance to solidify yourself and become undisputed heavyweight champion, why you don't take it, especially if you believe you're going to win. So if I think I'm going to win, right, I don't care what I put on the rematch card, because only way it come into effect is if I lose.
Maybe he just doesn't care if he gets to fight right now. Maybe he's like.
I'm saying that you disrespecting the sport.
I mean, after what happened with Spence and Crawford, and now this one fell through, it's a lot.
Yeah, these guys disrespecting the sport, right? They disrespecting the sport, and they disrespecting the heavyweights that came before them. And you can't really, you know, in Britain, you can't really say that, you know, you're on Lennox Lewis level if you don't be undisputed. You know?
100%.
Right. I mean, Lennox for everybody. Everybody.
Literally.
So you can't run around. See, the problem is they got the social media, they got these fans coming to see him. You know what I'm saying? All the time. So it don't matter if they fight me or if they fight whoever, they gonna pack their ring, they gonna make a bunch of money. So now they use the business aspect, like, I'm not getting in a difficult fight. Because, like, riddle me this, if I'm gonna get you to do the 70-30, right? And I know I'm gonna beat you up, then that means you're gonna take 70-30 in the rematch.
Right.
Right? The only way something different kick in is if you lose. So why wouldn't you sign it? Because unless you're really not sure of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I gotta fight a 4-year-old, you know what I'm saying, if me and a 4-year-old getting in the ring, and we can sound like if he beat me, then he can get 100% of the money on the rematch. He's not gonna beat me. Yeah. Right? So if I really feel like you're not gonna beat me, why won't I take the 70-30 on the rematch? If you taking it up off top, and you the unified champion, and you just beat one of my own, like you just beat Anthony Joshua twice. Yeah. So you got name and face value in my country.
I mean, I saw this start becoming a thing when Pacquiao and Floyd were gonna fight, and then to me it seemed like it was a lot of ego. Like if one person makes any concessions in the negotiations, then that's him saying, "Well, I'm the A side, I'm the B side." That's what I saw, and from that point on, I felt like I started seeing it more in the sport, where people now think that if the contract negotiations almost saying how important they think they are, if they're better or worse than their opponent.
But he acquiesced. He gave him. He said, "I'll take 30%. I got three belts, and I'm taking 30%."
But it's not only that, right? So when you start going through a contract and you the main event, you start finding money. I mean, this is inside stuff. Champ, no. You start finding money all over the arena. You start finding out about a sponsorship. You start finding out about product placement. You start finding out about this. And you say, whoa, I need in on all of it, because you might do a regular standard boxing contract and leave all of that money on the table and then find out later on that, wait a minute, y'all getting what? Another merchandise, another $500,000, another, you know what I mean? Like, so it's, those things really add up. Concession stands and merchandising and you know, part of the gate and all that. So
the fighters get cuts off concession stands.
Depending on how you do your contract. Depending on how you do your contract. If you pack in the place,
guys don't know.
If you pack in the place, if this place is packed because of you, you can get your hand on. You can get your hand on parking lot money.
Wow.
Everything. Yeah.
Wow.
Everything. So that's why. And
you just got to be a popular fighter.
You gotta be good. No, you gotta be the reason why everybody can.
Right.
How about that? That's it.
Right. If you bringing money to that city and country, you'd be surprised. But it depends on who you have really negotiating for you, you know. But you'd be surprised. People thrilled to give you a piece of the money because this is money they wouldn't get any other way. So they know you're the reason.
Yep.
Right.
But
I mean, I knew that. I didn't think because, you know, the venues, the majority of the money they make is from concessions. So I'm surprised they would give any of that away.
No, sometimes you buy the venue out.
yeah, but you gotta realize this, Marco. But you gotta realize that even if you didn't buy it out, right? You gotta realize this. The venue understands that, you know, whatever piece they're giving you, they're gonna jack that up anyway. They're gonna raise the price anyway.
So they can afford
so they gonna put it. So they know everybody gonna be in there. Everybody gonna want this. So they're gonna add a 20%. What you gonna do? Where else you gonna get nachos? Where else you gonna get a beer?
Right.
Where else you gonna get this? So
Right.
so you got a monopoly on it at that time. You got captive audience and you got a monopoly on it. So you can put whatever price you want to put on. So if you gotta get a fight at 20%, you just hike it up 20%. You ain't losing nothing.
They got you in 3 hours. It's hot.
Right.
You're thirsty. You want to eat. You need something
You
to
want to enjoy yourself.
They're the only ones that got it. You want to take home a T-shirt that said this was the event, this the names on it and the pictures and all that. You got to buy it from them. And that's way more money than you can imagine. I swear.
Yeah. That's why it was weird. I don't know if you remember, Zab, when Tank fought, when you were out here and we met up afterwards. The Barclays Center at around 10 o'clock sold out of food and drink. Do you remember that?
Sold out.
Hey, is that?
What kind of shit is that?
Is that?
Yeah.
You know I started boxing with Marco when I was in Hamilton.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we was in camp together. Me and Marco was in camp together before me and you was in camp together.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, Marco, I didn't know that.
You ain't telling me
Marco.
Marco?
Yo,
I
Marco,
did.
lucky, Marco. You got lucky. You dropped out right before you got to me. Look at that. They would have had you in that Terror Dome in there with me, Marco. You'd have been there.
Fuck.
How much?
Yeah, man. Hasim had just turned amateur. Both of us, really.
How much did you weigh back then?
I was
Me?
65 and 78.
Okay.
Yeah, nah,
yeah.
I would have been like, he's too little. I can't. No.
Yeah. I was sparring everybody. Champ tell you, I was boxing everybody. Everything.
Yeah, now we would like, because we were in Kevin Rooney's together, and we would all move around, all weights.
Yeah.
I never sparred with Jeremy though, or Hasim. I didn't go with the big guys, but everybody else I will go with.
And that's why these fighters today, they don't get better or they're not good because they scared to box with each other. They says, oh my God. I see motherfuckers picking out sparring partners. They're scanning dudes. Hey, how big is he?
Really?
How much you weigh? How many fights you got? Like, what the fuck all that? Like, when I came up, my dad didn't play none of that, bro. We just go in the gym. Who weighed 137? You 47? You good? Let's go. Like, he didn't care. Anybody.
And within 20 pounds of each other was okay.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
If you had a good name too, the bigger your name was, come on, let's go. Like I was a kid boxing with Junior Jones, Kevin Kelly, Mark, Barrera. I mean, Tom Boom Boom Johnson. I was boxing all these guys when I was a kid. They was champion of the world already. Pernell Whitaker, Toro Gotti. You know what I'm saying?
When we were in Kevin's, he would nobody wore headgear. Now I don't know if that was normal, but he was like, he goes, you can wear headgear. It's for pussies, but you can wear it if you want. So of course, everybody.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this though, right? Kevin Rooney gave me some of the worst advice I ever heard since I've been boxing.
Okay.
The worst.
What was it?
The worst advice.
What is it?
He told me, I promise you, he told me that, and I listened to him too. So he told me, you don't have to run. It's in your mind. You don't have to run. Yeah, you don't have to run. He said, it's all in your mind. You don't have to run. Like,
Oh, he mean jogging, running for the fight?
Jogging, doing road work.
Hell no. That shit is real. All fighters listening right now, that's real. Go running right now. If you a fighter, you got a fight coming up, go running right now.
Yeah, but you got to realize this, right? You got to realize this. I don't know anything. This man trained Mike Tyson. Why wouldn't he know? He wouldn't know.
He told you that?
I'm just like, okay, I ain't got to run. Okay, fine.
He would tell me to run.
I mean, 'cause you had weight to make. I ain't really had no weight to
You
make.
trying to set Rock up. You trying to put
I ain't had
Rock
no weight to make. You had weight to make.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm
Yeah, but
upset.
but, that was one specific style that we learned, and it takes a very special fighter like Mike to be able to. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What Zab's doing.
The
Real
man told
specific.
me I did not have to run. It's all in my mind. It's a mental thing. I said,
And
okay.
Hasim doing that style was funny because he was like a foot taller than everybody back then. He's trying to bob and weave. He was
Yeah.
just too big.
I couldn't do it.
I wish I had video.
Hey,
oh my
you
God.
know the crazy part, right? Remember Joel Scott and them used to come down, right?
Yeah.
And them boxing these guys, but I really want to box like Joel, right? And but I got to do this. I'm all on the willy. I got to really, move my head, 8, 5, 2, 7. I'm like, I don't want to do this. I've really never felt comfortable doing it, ever.
Me neither.
I never felt comfortable. I felt like it was good for Mike. You know what I'm saying? I
think if you're short and explosive, right, then it's good. But that shit wears you out, too. That's real.
The logic I gave to myself was, I rationalized it like, I got to perfect it. Once I perfect it, it'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? See, I wasn't taking my height and reach and the way I was built into it. I was like, I just got to perfect it. So I'm like, man, I'm sure Mike felt like this when he first did it.
Yeah,
but I didn't see. I didn't learn math till later, so all the numbers and shit discouraged me. I was like, oh, I'm done. I'm like 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 11, 13. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm out of here.
Yo, Zab, I saw Hasim almost beat the #1 ranked amateur in the world in his second amateur fight.
Yeah.
He came this close. Yeah, second fight.
I had him really out at the bell. The bell rang. I was going to jump on him, but they ding. I think they gave me a short round.
That right hand too. I remember that. That right hand was God given or Allah given, I should say.
They stopped it. They stopped that joint. It was crazy. He was #3 in the world.
#3? I thought he was #1. He was #1.
#1 in the country.
Oh, the country. Right. And that was your what? Second fight?
He was #1 in the country, #3 in the world.
What's up, Zach?
Boxing knockout sparring partners in the gym. Out cold, big boys, heavyweights.
Who knocked him out?
Night. Rock.
Oh.
I watched knock guys out.
I used to watch
folding chairs. I ain't gonna lie. Folding chairs.
I used to watch Hasim and Jeremy go at it.
Oh my God.
But don't
forget,
Hasim was green. And Jeremy was already
I was just Jeremy punching bag, man. That I ain't really, I ain't know what to do. And then I felt like I was being set up because I had to do the move my head. I really wanted to just box like Joel boxed. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I would have had a better chance. But I'm doing, and see, Jeremy know what I'm gonna do because he learned the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, this is crazy. It was so uncomfortable and awkward for me.
Champ, I didn't know that, Champ. You first started out doing that like that?
Yeah.
That's
It was
crazy.
him.
Hey, Zach, looking slam ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Look at ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
That style is not for everybody. It's for
especially not a tall guy like me with long jab. I got 82-inch reach. What am I doing that for?
Yeah.
But you didn't, if I remember correctly, you didn't really fight like that much. You kind of did your own thing.
I did. But in the gym, Kevin was right there insisting on me doing when I'm sparring. It was an insist type thing. And I mean, I don't really know nothing. I'm trying to get my feet wet. I'm trying to learn this sport. So I have to listen. And it's Kevin Rooney. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
I ain't got no status. I ain't got no say-so. And I'm living in this house. Oh, no, I did. I moved to my own house by then. Yeah.
You know that, Zab? We all lived in Kevin's house together. Me, Jeremy, Hasim.
Wow.
In his house. Like, he had all of us.
Yeah, we was all there.
Crazy, right?
Crazy.
Those were the days. So, Zab, your pops trained you your whole life? Nobody else ever trained you at all?
Yeah. I work with other guys. I work with Ronnie Shields, Lou Duva, 100%. You can't leave Lou out. You got to put Lou in there. I work with I work with a bunch of people, man. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Hasim, who'd you go with after you left Kevin?
I went with James Morton, right? You know, when I looked at the fight with Larry Donald and Jeremy Williams, right? And Jeremy Williams, you know, lost to Larry Donald. So I'm looking at them, I'm saying, wow, they right up the street from me, right? I'm going to go down there and spar with them guys and see if I can get in their camp and see what I can learn. Because I was impressed with the fight, you know. Because I thought Jeremy had just knocked out an Olympian, Donnell Nicholson, right?
Yeah, cold.
And so I'm thinking, well, he could knock out another Olympian, right?
Yeah.
So when Larry beat him, I was so impressed with that because, you know, Jeremy, it's like I was in there with Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? So I was impressed with that, and their gym was like right outside of Baltimore. So I was like, I can go there and really learn. You know what I'm saying? And that's really how I prefer to fight. Use my jab as opposed to just, you know, left, right, left. You know, like people gonna get a beat. Any smart fighter gonna get a beat on that, time on that. So I went there and I called up James Morton and went there and auditioned and sparred a couple guys, and then I got with their camp, and then he was my trainer for my first 25, 26 fights.
Damn. When's Hassan turning pro? Anytime soon?
I mean, he just turned 16 in January. Right now he's sparring with he's sparring in the pro camp with a lot of guys that's getting ready on that's fighting on the tank undercard. One of them fighting on Showbox next week. Sparring all pros. He really in a pro camp. That's invaluable experience for him, you know. And I mean, he's doing good. I'm so proud of him. This little kid is, man, it's amazing. You know, when you watch the progress and you see somebody with that work ethic and that will to win, and that guy who want to be a champion, and it's almost like if I could just tomorrow turn it 5 years down the line, I know he'd be undisputed champion whatever weight he fighting in.
Damn. Zab, what about you? The twins?
Zab father. You know Zab, that's one of the most respected trainers. Zab father came out here and held the pass for Hassan, and when he hit the pass for him, when he held it for him, he said, hold up. This kid shouldn't be hitting this hard. He said, no way. It's no way.
I've heard he hits hard.
Zab will verify that, and I can send you the video if you need to see it. Or you ever get Abba on the phone, he'll tell you.
Yeah, my father told me that this kid is definitely solid. He's solid.
Special, man, I'm telling you.
Damn. How tall is he?
He like 5'11".
What weight's he at?
Welter.
Okay. What do you think he'll grow into?
I'm not sure because, you know, his mother is really, really short, and I'm really, really kind of tall.
And his father is really, really big. So
I mean, I don't know. You know, I mean, somebody like Anthony Davis was like 6'2", and then he grew up to 6'10". So I mean, I don't know. But whatever he is, his work ethic is impeccable.
And he seems real quiet, right?
He's a nice, humble little kid. He's a good kid. He's a really, really good kid. But when that bell rang, oh my God.
Damn.
It's nasty. Well, and he's half Puerto Rican, half black. So that's a whole nother. His
mother's Puerto Rican? Okay. Yeah.
So I mean, he you know, all his people they gonna love him.
Damn, that's like
love this
Shakur.
kid. Huh?
Shakur's half Boricua, right?
Yeah, they're gonna be just like Shakur, exactly like Shakur. But you know, Shorty gonna turn it. This kid can punch. That's flat out. He can punch. I give you a whole bunch of respected trainers that can tell you.
Okay.
Man.
I was gonna say, Zab, what you think? Would you ever want the twins to fight?
don't know. I mean, but if they decided to, of course, I would be
You'd
behind
be
them.
okay with it?
Of course, yeah.
Because
They can fight now.
they
I
can
mean,
fight now. So I know some fighters who don't want that for their kids. So I didn't know what side you were on.
it's no such thing as you can't want that for your kid. You can't really control what you want for your kid. I mean, but what you would do is watch your kid and see if are they for that part. Being that you went through it, that's the experience that you got, the knowledge you got to be able to look at a fighter and go, you got it or nah, kid, you ain't got it. Let's go do something else. You know what I mean? Word.
Yeah, but what if they're that kid that has it and just special? You know what I'm saying? And you give them all what you had, all the bumps and bruises you take. You know how to avoid them and say, no, we're gonna do this. Up, no, we're gonna go this way, and you can create something special. So, for me, I'm just assuming you're gonna ask me the same question about why I let mine. So, for me personally, I wanted to play football, right? And my dad wouldn't let me play football. You know, so I'm talking about Lawrence Taylor, Ray Lewis. I would have been that. We played bone ball all the time. We put people in the hospital on a regular basis. So by my dad not allowing me to play, I've never, whatever my kids wanted to do, if they wanted to box, whatever they was gonna learn how to fight anyway, right? What they do with their profession is on them. You know, once they get 18 anyway, they decide what they want to do. I don't make them, but I'm not going shy away from them. If they want, whatever I can do, I'm gonna try to help them.
I mean,
succeed.
all three. You only have 3 boys, right?
Yeah, I got 3 boys.
Yeah, they all fight. All of them.
But they all want to fight. They all want to fight. So, if you want to fight, I mean, let's get it. If I was a carpenter, if I was whatever I was doing, I'm gonna pass the trade secrets down to them.
My oldest boy is only 13, so.
Oh, he's 13?
Yeah.
Lie.
Does he fight?
Yes.
Zab only 13?
Yes, that was 13. That's it.
Stop that.
I wouldn't lie to you, bro.
No, Zab might be 13, but you got an older son.
Oh, yeah. No, you talking about Nas.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Nas is older. Nas is 20. I'm talking about Zab. I'm talking about the little ones.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah.
Does he fight, the 13-year-old?
Yeah. No, he know how to fight, but no, he don't box, no.
Oh,
and then twins.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's not for everybody, though. It's not for everybody.
Nope.
But at the same time, if you can bring something where you're an expert in, and you can kind of, watch their growth and watch their maturity and watch their ascension to potentially greatness, then why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you take a stab at it?
Right.
And boxing, if you really, if I know Zab won't agree with this, but if Zab could go back and do his career over with what he know now, I guarantee you he'd be the greatest fighter ever. If he could go back and say, no, you know what? I'm going to put all this on hold till I retire. This all I'm going to focus on this.
Oh, yeah.
And if he could convey that to his fighters, man, if you could preach that to them, because everybody live in the moment, right? Very few people can have the wherewithal and the strength and the willpower to, like, okay, I'm going to put all this on hold because people want to enjoy the moment, right? But if they did put it on hold and they concentrated on just being a gym rat until it's over, for one, you got far less risk of any injuries, and you got far less risk of any defeats. You got potential to be one of the greats, one of the greats. So I think that it's far less dangerous if you really took boxing serious. See, I'm going to say me and Zab, the crazy part is we trained harder when we wasn't champions. When we became champions, we started going to camp and becoming part-time fighters.
Word, that's true.
But it showed up in some of our fights.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's a tough. The emotional intensity I feel like is crazy, right?
Where we should have trained our hardest, is where we became part-time fighters.
Yeah.
Because we had to go out, show off this and show off that, and be here and be there, and do this and do that. You know, when we really should have been on our grind as if we were still hungry. But once you're not hungry, once everybody works for you, if I don't feel like running, I'm not running. What they gonna say? They don't want to get fired?
For me, I was a young kid coming out the ghetto. So if every time I fight, I'm getting $1 million or 700,000, 800,000, $1 million every fight, yeah, bro, we was like, I train. Why, bro? I got $1 million coming. I'm good. Remember, back in them days, $1 million, that was some good money in 98.
That's a lot.
And I'm going. On my next fight, I'm gonna get more. So you know, and no matter what shape I show up in, I'm at least guaranteed that. So I mean, it's just like whatever bumps and bruises we took, we know how to.
Well, let me ask you guys.
Our offspring from going through the same thing.
Ask you guys this: can you guys pick one fight that you each had where you felt like you were the least prepared, like you didn't really give a fuck?
Oh, I got several.
I hear you.
I said, can you name one fight, Zab, that you had where you prepared the least? Like you didn't take it. You didn't prepare like you should have.
Ooh.
Let me hear one at least.
Nah, because then they're gonna say, "Oh no, he's saying that because you."
Nah.
If you look at the performance, you can tell my fight was Paulie Malignaggi.
I see that. What prompted that? How come you didn't really prepare?
I probably know the reason.
Just knowing Paulie and our history, and I don't know.
What's your history? Like you worked with him before? Moved around with him?
Yeah, we used to work a lot as a kid. He was younger than me. Remember, they were still Golden Gloves when I was champion of the world and stuff on it. So it was like, what?
He underestimated him. That's all.
100%.
What about you?
Me, I mean, I just throw one out John Ruiz, you know. I did things on the day of the morning of the fight. So, just ridiculous. No respect, no nothing. Just, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. It's like I said, man. People don't understand what it takes, not only physically, but mentally to be a fighter, to be a successful fighter. It's crazy.
Yeah,
that's why I never did it full time, because I couldn't. The intensity that I would have when I fought, there's no way I can make a whole career out of that. That shit was draining.
A lot. Yeah.
But that's what you have to kind of prepare your young ones for. You have to kind of let them know. Like nobody on Zab end really could prepare him for that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody achieved that in terms of the monetary benefits and the stature and the whole nine. I mean, Abba did his thing in the kickboxing thing, but it was not like Zab did in boxing. So nobody really could really prepare him for that. But he could prepare his for that. You know what I'm saying? Now, once you've been through it, and you got a kid that really can achieve that, now you know what to do with that. You know what to tell them, what to look out for. You know, and then you got examples to show them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to say it, but the Floyd that messed the game up so bad with this zero thing,